Brother Minister, I guess the first question I should ask is how you're doing as far as your health is concerned and your family.
My family is fine, and my health is very good, considering. In 2007, as you know, I was at death's door, and they performed an operation on me for 14 hours. And they called it a complete pelvic exoneration because the radiation that I had received, which is now in textbooks, was so great that it began eating me up internally. I don't know. It started in 2000, and they were so anxious for me to die, they were ready to have my obituary on CNN and the New York Times. And it didn't happen then, and this last time, many expected me to go, but Allah desired for me to remain. And so I started maybe from 158 pounds at that time. And I go back every few months, you know, and the doctor just looks at me and says, well, you can't have any cancer because you're gaining weight. So I'm strong. I feel wonderful. And I thank God, and I thank all the people who prayed for me, Gil. There were many Muslims, many Christians, Buddhists, Hindu, yoga. My God, it seemed like so many people at that time began to think, oh, what kind of world would it be if he's no longer with us? And Tavis Smiley and Cornel West, they were in Germany. Yeah. And when they heard that I was gravely ill, they flew back. Harry Belafonte came to see me, and Father Michael Flager in Chicago. And I finished the operation on January 4th, 2007. I got out of the hospital January 21st. But all the time that I was in the hospital, I was thinking of my Savior's Day address to the Muslim community. And I asked the doctors, I said, doctor, can you get me out of here in time for my speech? They said, please don't sweat us. We just tried to get you together. But sure enough, on February the 26th, I was in Detroit on a day that was so cold and icy that they were advising the people not to come out. But 55,000 people were in the Ford Stadium, and we had Savior's Day. And everybody came because they wanted to see if Farrakhan was all right. And I spoke for 2 hours and 5 minutes or so. And I felt very strong. And I've been going ever since, and no setbacks. So I'm grateful.
Having asked and gotten that kind of an answer, I really need to press you for a report card on the condition of our people nationally and globally today. What is your assessment of where we are today?
I'll start with the known. So many of us, Brother Gil, have advanced in this society. We have a beautiful brother as a president of the United States, his beautiful wife and children as a wonderful example of a family that is exemplary and caring and loving. And Brother Barack has brought many very talented black men and women into government. And when I turn on the television and I look at the representation, the intelligent representation of our people, no one can deny that we are qualified to run a government. That's the good side. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, no one man can rise above the condition of his people. So the flip side of that is, when we look at the masses of our people, we're not going forward, we're going backward. When we look at the condition of our young people, the dropout rate in school, the lack of desire for learning, when we look and see how the enemy has made some of us exceedingly rich through our songs and our raps and our sport and our play. But he has made us rich, and we have gained fame and fortune through vulgarity and filth. So sometimes we think that wealth and fame legitimizes what we do. But this is part of a grand scheme to make some of us very rich as a buffer zone between the angry masses and the super rich classes. And so the masses of our people, in spite of being overjoyed over Barack Obama and the recent election, are yet disillusioned by the poverty, the want, the joblessness, the high rate of disease, lack of health care among our people. So the mass condition is not good. And globally, our people are suffering the same.